a malodorous offense to my palate.
Thanks for the ride, Tam.
You're as witty as you are subtle.
You are lucky I have bigger fish to fry. This week on PTL, we check out the trifecta of newly crowned champions. Monte Cristo previews the showdown in the Korean finals, plus we shuffle up the international wildcard deck. Slime Time League starts right now!
And the faithful shall be rewarded. CLG, they're going to take a trip to Worlds. We already booked our tickets. We're already ready to go. So we knew this was coming, baby.
This is the 5th LCS split victory for Fnatic.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to Primetime League. I'm Raving Biz in the third, along with David Freak Turley, and we're back here in the studio after an amazing championship weekend at New York's Madison Square Garden.
It was a great end of the split, Riv. Honestly, it was quite awesome over in New York. But, you know, we got new champions everywhere. We got ones in China, we got ones in Europe, as well as North America. So let's see who won.
Let's check them out right now. We're going to check out the highlights from North America, and you got to remember those games. Counterlogic Gaming was hoping that they could make franchise history as they chased their first championship against longtime rivals Team Solo Mid.
Well, Riv, as you saw from the opening of the entire show, CLG did end up winning here, but a really nice Romic Smithy and Afromu, kind of all game, were doing an amazing job. They set up Zion Spartan, the comp built around his top lane, Yasuo. He got off the ground running, already 7-1. More fights.
Oh, the Afromu stand behind me's into the Winter's Bites have game to game set up great fights for CLG.
And they just barely get into range of Bjergsen. Even though he lands a shockwave, there's no front line for TSM. They can't stop the engage because Gragas and Yasuo is good enough. And TSM relying only on Mega Gnar, which wasn't there for the fight. You're not going to win that, TSM.
Such aggressive play by CLG, coming out strong every time, hitting priority targets, and Zion, and also Doublelift stepping up, as you can see.
Yeah, Doublelift was big as well. He had Tristan in that game. Eventually, they started banning it away from him. And you can see right now he's stuck on a Jinx. And again, we start into game 2 here. And this is beautiful by Zion Spartan. So he hits W now, and Bjergsen, he could have immediately ulted, but every Yasuo waits for the knockup to last longer. So
he's good, though. He's out, right? Double dodge, I'll just stay out.
Yeah, so a lot of beautiful things. The double stun as well. Throws a house after he gets out of range, like even sequences the abilities well. And that means the rest of CLG are coming. Pobelter going to pick up Dyrus, thank you very much. And now Afromu's going to set up on Bjergsen.
This is what CLG did when they started their advantage in the beginning of the season, before their slump. They went back to roaming, they went back to sticking together. Usually we see them in playoffs completely divert from all their strategies. Throw them out the window and do something else. Not this time.
Yeah, CLG finally actually sticking to their guns here. This battle ends up being incredibly close. The knock-in on Wildcard has to buy him a bit of time, and there's the reset from Janna, giving Doublelift, who just got popped with Zeke's, enough time to break down whoever he wanted. Lifesteal tanks it up. Thank you very much. Pentakill for Doublelift.
Absolutely amazing. The crowd was so loud right there. The roof definitely came off of Madison Square Garden, and it was only going to bring momentum into Game 3 for CLG with awesome pentakills across the playoffs.
And Wild Turtle on his 3rd straight Kog'Maw game. A really nice engage here. A really late, actually, cleanse on the arrow, and Wild Turtle still kind of in a bad spot. And somehow Pobelter actually doing an amazing job. Yeah, gets behind the turret and picks people off. CLG, honestly, huge team effort from everyone on this stage. And, okay, small mistake there. Could have killed him.
Smithy knows. You can see those. You can see the shake. The legs are going. Wild Turtle with a very big error on the chart right there.
Yeah, that was rough.
Outside the brush, just backing Flame.
And killing the Kog'Maw first is never what you want to have happen when you're TSM.
You can see Turtle. He's distraught.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he's screwed up there. And this is, you know, the massive lead that CLG needs to take over the rest of the game. That's going to be the championship. And a 3-0 for Counterlogic Gaming means they win North America for the first time ever.
Absolutely crazy game coming out of that one. Seeing 3-0s, usually you want to see a best of 5 series go all the way to 5. So either team winning that match, I want to prefix that, that could have taken it 3-0 that way. That was the cleanest 3-0 I've seen, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Super solid by Counterlogic Gaming. Honestly, they absolutely deserve the win. Coming into the match, I was okay with, like, whoever wins deserves it, and whether it's 3 games or 5 games, it means something special. It's just really cool for CLG fans. They got that special 3-0.
Absolutely. So CLG able to bring that up now. First seed going into Worlds. You can throw that cinder block right out the window. So with victory going over to Counterlogic Gaming, meanwhile over in Europe, Fnatic would take on Origen for the European Summer Split Finals.
And this was a great match coming into it. Fnatic were 21-0 in the summer split, 22 wins in a row if you count the spring finals here. And it starts out good for Origen. A sick poke comp here, Varus mid, Corki AD carry. They knew 6 turrets down already.
They knew they had to come out strong. They had to take it to Fnatic. The poke comp started to work, and the ability to disengage against Fnatic worked very well, too.
Amazing flash out by Mithy. Great burst back on a Huni. Origen will not let this game go. And this battle still continues with them making everyone hate life a little bit here. Soaz on the Gangplank was another big champion for the entire series, traded back and forth between the top laners. He did some good work, too.
Very nicely done all around for these guys. Bot lane again, looks like OG may be a little caught out. Not at all.
Yeah, it's a 4v5, but guess what? Guess what? It's Soaz. He's pushing the mid lane down. He's maybe killing a couple of Nexus turrets. That's kind of a big deal.
All by himself. A very emotional player, as we know, making big plays and helping Origen really get on top of this game.
And it continues to go well. Soaz pops the ult, doesn't bother to TP. He wants to push down mid lane. He's going to go ahead and destroy bases some more. And in fact, Origen's still able to do just fine in these fights despite fighting on equal numbers. And thank you very much, Origen, ending the winning streak, and suddenly Fnatic are mortal.
Pretty crazy stuff to think that that momentum could be carried into the second game. Let's see if Fnatic gets put on their heels. Here, it looks like Soaz was definitely using a bit of that momentum for himself.
And what repel was that? Reignover, I think he popped it to get the... Like, there is a benefit to repel on an enemy champion. You get more spider damage, but yeah, missed the kill is pretty bad. Now, this is a sick play. Huni, watch right here. He's going to eat oranges, dodge the slow, and then Soaz doesn't have the damage. The ulti times out, slow chain, teammates come in.
3v1, eventually a 4v1 as Rekkles would have made it up. Soaz getting himself in a bit of trouble, but OG was still fighting quite well, trying to keep game 2 in their favor. Right now, 48,000 to 42,000, however. And Mithy, no!
Yeah, you just can't stop Rekkles. He's either going to reset off the Alistar, he's going to get headbutted forward by the Alistar. Either way, picks up a bunch, a double kill. Febiven doing well on the Orianna. And Fnatic, all right, they can breathe a sigh of relief. With the Varus ban the rest of the series, maybe they can do okay in team fights.
Yeah, keep kicking that out. Knock down Rekkles. Mithy making up for the earlier play with the prediction hook. But to get the kill here, it does cost him his life in the end.
Perfect play by the Fnatic duo lane, though. The taunt, the ignite, the burn down on the enemy AD carry, then stand united means that Mithy has to go for the flash play to get the kill. But even despite the sick hook, it's a 2-1 for Fnatic.
Right, everything they're doing almost for naught here as it takes a little too long. And this play, Soaz going in to help his team escape, but the reverse happens.
Yeah, honestly, not a great ult by Amazing either. Knocks out the front line that they could have killed. Really low health Shen. And even those guys try to dart in to make Rekkles stop moving forward. Not enough. Quadra kill. Niels goes the wrong way, finds a Fizz. Penta for Rekkles.
Nicely played. Back-to-back Pentas in playoff matches for him means he was just through the roof right now with happiness, comfort in play, and Fnatic would continue to use that.
And Tristana seems to be a very popular champion for these teams to carry them here. And in fact, we're in another one. Now, Fnatic, by the way, up 12,500 gold right now. You can see the occasional pick, but that man right there, Niels, is the wrecking ball. Down 10k, doesn't matter. 550 CS Tristana, double Phantom Dancer, kills anyone she wants. Yeah, Ma to make sure Victor can't kill her, still healthy there, and somehow, in the most ridiculous game, they're still down 7,000 gold.
Hey, we questioned the Ma. Don't question it.
It went well.
Coming into game 5, both teams put on the gloves very early. 5.5 minutes in, it was a party in the bot lane.
And this looks so good for Fnatic at the very start here. Soaz can't use the barrel just yet. He gets a trade kill, okay, fine, but Mithy, he's going to dodge the axe and this slow right there, bam, whoop, pops the barrel, slows him down, no damage coming through for a while. And this means Soaz gets to play the cleanup game. So 2 for 2, and then this is amazing. Has to dodge the barrel, overheats, eat an orange, walk away, minions, thank you very much.
Siege minion for the win. Gotta love it. Soaz playing very well right now. And here, plays from Fnatic to pull Peke from 100% to 0 yellow star. A little overkill, but necessary kill.
And the red buff slow from Rekkles was very big as well. So that pick opened up the base. It gave another 3 kills over to Fnatic, and it gave them the series. It gave them the European Championship. For the 5th time out of 6 splits, Fnatic have won Europe.
And it was absolutely amazing, too. Everybody participating in that win. And with the victory, Fnatic has now won 5 out of the 6 total European split championships.
The most any team has ever had, honestly. TSM got 3, Cloud9 got 2, and you can see, we saw a little bit ago, Counter Logic Gaming finally got 1 for themselves to tie with Alliance. But honestly, I mean, this is just props to Fnatic. They got back Reckless, they kept Yellowstar, they got 3 new players. To be fair, Febiven was proven, he qualified with H2K through Challenger Series, so they knew some of these guys were good. But the fact that they built a world-beating team means Fnatic, as the #1 seed from Europe heading into Worlds, is going to be one of the teams to watch out for.
It's ridiculous. I always love the story of new blood. They want it. They kind of weren't, thinking about anything else other than, I want to win. They don't think I'm awesome. I don't think this or that. They just wanted to win, and that's exactly what you saw out of every game that Fnatic played, going for the victory. Now, while we're highlighting the best of the best, we have to talk about Reckless and his double pentakill performance.
Yeah, Reckless is just absolutely a massive player, man. He has always been a very consistent, not so much for his lane dominance, but for his team fighting prowess. AD carry. He's the kind of style that I am as well, just much, much better than me, so I understand what he's going for here. And he's really good at getting optimal damage output, never having to miss an auto attack, and it's hard to appreciate unless you play a lot of ADC, but he is very, very good at what he does.
He's made a lot of choices, different teams. It seems like he's fallen back into place with Fnatic. Now, let's head to China, where our 3rd champion was crowned after nearly 7 hours of LPL action in the finals. LGD and their superstar Korean players faced a rookie QG team fighting for the championship in their very first LPL split.
And we jump right into Game 2 as QG already won Game 1. Acorn gets to play Fiora. Yes, please. One of my favorite new champions in the game. Ravenous Hydra first, Essence Reaver second. Essence Reaver won a game in the LPL, ladies and gentlemen. Eat that. Acorn is beautiful this game. 12-1, please.
It wasn't on Illusion AD carry.
I don't even care that he dies here. This game is all about Fiora. You can't tell me differently here. LGD getting a bit overextended, but honestly, they're so far ahead, it doesn't matter. They're up 11K.
Really able to go into the base. Acorn pretty much absorbed everything in the first place anyways, allowing the team to completely walk through. 15-2.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. He's got the shield.
I mean, it's a little over-aggressive, but I guess it worked out here. 32 minutes. Great game for them. 21 kills to 2 deaths. Tying up the score.
Guess purple tastes a lot like being alive.
Yeah, so Fiora comes back, but a lane swap. 9 CS at 7 minutes. Not so good for LGD. Also, look at this team comp. Fiora, Kassadin, Kog'Maw. Here's a bunch of late game and no wave clear. They're just giving away the early game to QG.
You can see it's not working out for them at all in the beginning of the game. Acorn doing what he can here in the middle, but it was still, like we said, behind, not able to make much of an impact.
These guys really not able to capitalize too much. The turret's dead, so yeah, okay. They get 1 kill, but they get rolled over here. Really nice QG. Just very strong mid-game. A lot of engage that Victor can take people apart.
Everything in defense there going into these fights, I should say, throughout this entire 3rd game. Looking at this fight, Swift goes in a little too early for the team to help him out.
Yeah, Imp does get a survival and a nice ulti from the Fiora helps out, but honestly, Doinby is such an amazing mid laner. His Victor untouched pretty much the entire time around. Gravity field comes down, damage output for days, and they're just going to clean up everybody.
Imp was probably getting a little salty at this point. We said AD carries were playing really well across all the regions, and after this series, Imp started to really turn it on. He was not getting happy. Doinby was doing work, however, for QG.
Yeah, that guy's a wonderful, wonderful mid laner. I do kind of hope he makes it to Worlds at some point here. But we move on to the next game. QG up 2-1. LGD must win to stay alive, or the rookies are going to win the split right here. And the Hecarim comes out from Acorn. He's mad.
What a point, the rookies to come this far, but it looks like the veterans knew what they were doing early in the game, picking up 3 kills on really an engage from both sides. Countered nicely.
And they made sure Imp got the last one. Acorn actually walked away and made sure that it went over to the Kalista down there, and the fight continues 10-5, up 8,000 gold, and this means the fight's going to go just fine. Godby on the Ahri with the chase down, a beautiful knockup as well. PYL getting 2 of them, and a sick hook on a TNT at the end.
It just looked like LGD had complete control of this game, and you almost wondered how QG got under their skin in the previous games of the series with the way they played this one.
Well, part of it is they let Imp get Kalista. I hear he's pretty good at League of Legends, and I hear Kalista's a pretty good champion.
Well, you know what? We made it to Game 5. We should give him one of the best champions.
All right, well, here we go. Game 5, TNT on the vein here, and there we go. Doinby, beautiful knockback under the turret. Enemies pickups start happening here. V with a long-range Braum Q lands the stun. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for that kill. TBQ trying to get into the range of Swift. Cannot finalize that kill for him. 11-10, 32 minutes in. Much closer game. The gold only about a 3K difference.
Small lead, but we go into the next fight here. And oh, that's Dragon 5 LGD. Good secure there. by TBQ, and the fight continues now with just too many stats to deal with. The burn down. The longer the fight goes, the better Dragon Buff is.
Really amazing to see a team be able to get to 5. You can see QG got 1, so they had a bit of control towards that mid game, but LGD, their win condition, completely acceptable here. 5 dragons in a playoff, awesome.
And a quadra on Godvies Vladimir.
Yeah.
A lot of people consider him the best mid laner not named Faker, and we're going to see him try to prove that at Worlds this year.
Look at that, completely elated, heading out to grab it. They need him. The AD carry's always on the back line. You got to wait for him to step up and get that final touch.
Oh, this means that Imp gets to be the first player in history to defend his World Championship title. He's going to Worlds with the rest of LGD, and this is a team to be afraid of, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty good. That series win for LGD gives Imp a very exclusive trifecta. As you said, he's the only player to have won the LCK Championship, the World Championship, and now thanks to his best performance, or beast performance, I should say, in the Summer Split playoffs, the LPL Championship as well.
Yeah, triple crown for Imp. This guy's amazing. He's even got a skin after himself. He gets to defend his World Championship title for the first time ever. And he's going to try to look to defend so many titles here. This guy is an AD carry superstar.
He is so good. After a short break, we will find out the other 2 LPL teams heading to Worlds as competition returns to China with the regional qualifiers next weekend. The top 4 remaining LPL teams will clash once again to find out who will join LGD at the World Championship table. In round 1, Edward Gaming will take on Snake, while QG faces Invictus. The victor in the winner's bracket and the winner of the loser's bracket will head to Worlds as the 2nd and 3rd LPL seeds. Those 2 squads will join the 8 teams that have already qualified.
Like LGD and Imp going back to Worlds?
Absolutely. In addition to the LMS's AHQ Esports Club, the Flash Wolves, and LPL's LGD, 4 more teams from the LCS locked in their spots this weekend.
Did I tell you that Imp is going back to Worlds to defend his title for the first time?
Best accolade ever.
Yeah.
Fnatic secured Europe's #1 seed by winning the Summer Split, while H2K qualified as the 2nd seed because of their regional point total. In North America, it was CLG earning the top spot, while TSM's 1st and 2nd place finishes in the 2015 splits garnered them the region's 2nd seed. Those are half of the teams heading to Worlds, and after this weekend, we'll know 4 more.
That's right, Riv, and one of the teams heading to Worlds will be whoever wins the regional qualifiers in North America this weekend. And before we preview those matches, let's take a look back and review the competition between Kobe and myself from last week. We went head-to-head against the Death Timers, and ultimately, I'm going to guess that I prevailed.
All right, well, let's check out the numbers from last week's Death Timers and find out who won.
It was me. I'm the best. I am the greatest of all time.
Well, you got 6% more vote. I guess congratulations.
It's
However,
still a win.
CLG actually used the things that I said, every single one, and they 3-0'd. Whereas the advice that you gave TSM, not only was it not correct, but you also talked shit. You said Jurgensen was going to dumpster Pobelter. That didn't happen.
Well, TSM should use my advice maybe more.
I'd say the real winners are the people who voted for me.
You're a sore loser. I won. Let it rest. I'm sorry, but look, I believe in the numbers once again, and they let me win. And as a prize, I'm awarding myself with this moment of awesome.
I look good, I look good, I look exactly the way you wish you could. I look good, I look good.
Okay, that was awkward. Let's move on.
You're just jealous that I won, you didn't, Kobe. Either way, you know what? You're going to have a chance to get your own celebration, maybe. Yes. When you don't face me on PTL at some point. Either way, right now, we're actually going to be in the same team. We're going to turn over to the North American regional qualifiers for reals and talk about the teams who will be trying to grab a spot at Worlds this year.
All right, well, we might as well start off with Gravity. They're going to be one of the first teams to play. Altec has been a huge strength for them. He's so consistent in the bottom lane ever since they brought him onto the team. Plus, that team has a really diverse champion select, so they can always throw you a few curveballs. Don't have to be just Keen either. The rest of the team also fairly flexible. Now, they do have that weakness we have to talk about. Move definitely dropped off during the second half of the season, and their communication with Move especially, trying to coordinate has been part of the problem why they fell off so late.
That's true. So I guess when Move steps up, they'll be a little bit better. Going to move on to the next team, though, Cloud9. And ever since Cloud9 got High back in, warmed up to the jungle, his shot calling has been absolutely massive for them. He's done so much to improve their mid to late game, and that's been a really solid strength for these guys. Also, he's helping Incarnation in the mid lane a little bit. Incarnation has grown a lot throughout this split. He was garbage in week 1. He's actually pretty damn good towards the end of the season. They beat TSM right at the end there, so I think that's a huge improvement. Also, you got to keep in mind some weaknesses here. High is not good as a jungler as the role itself. His shot claim's good, his macro sense is good, but his individual jungle play is not as great. He actually dropped out of Challenger solo queue trying to main jungle, so that is a weak point that can get abused.
All right, well, the next team in the line is, of course, Team Impulse. And the strength for Team Impulse, they were on display in Madison Square Garden. Rush. He's an amazing jungler, creates so much pressure. Him and Impact did everything they possibly could to try and carry those games, and they're very good at it. You know, also got to give a shout out to Adrian because he brings a lot from the support role. Initiation, he also had the Soraka, so more versatility there for Team Impulse. Of course, the weakness, they did get caught out a lot. Gate and Apollo especially didn't have the best map awareness during especially the Madison Square Garden game, so they're going to have to work on that.
We'll see if these guys can show up. And finally, to talk about the team is probably the favorite coming into this third-place finisher from the summer split, Team Liquid. And honestly, they have a diverse strategy book themselves as well. They also just beat Team Impulse, which many are expecting to be their opponents. That was a 3-1 scoreline. They've come back from deficits, and despite people calling them an emotional team, they actually recover quite well in the middle of series and even the middle of games. So this is just a strong team throughout. Their overall weakness, though, is actual team fight execution. If you look at the TSM set, the semifinal there, they had early game leads, they were doing okay, and then they kept screwing up team fights. If you look at their Week 9 game against Impulse, they had like a 15,000 gold lead and threw it in team fights again. So that's the one I want to see show up for
Plus,
them.
it was the preparation for those team fights.
Right.
They can also improve in that area.
All right, so now for a preview of the European regional qualifiers, let's send it over to Mitch Krepp of Warspools.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah. Here at home, sadly enough, right after playoffs, really missing Stockholm, but already working on the next show, and that's going to be the regional qualifiers coming up this weekend. It's going to be pretty interesting. First matchup we'll have is obviously Giants facing off against Roccat. We haven't really seen too much from both these teams in quite a while, so I'm really eager to see if they adapted to the metagame. Have they picked up champions like Gangplank? How is their Azir game looking? Because those things you'll need to have on point if you want to get through the gauntlet. They will have to win 3 best-of-5s in a row if they want to make it to Worlds, but it's not impossible. Teams have done it before, but it's going to be tricky. Players I'm going to watch for sure in this matchup is Pepinera against Nukeduck. I feel Pepinera was disappointing in the last matches I've seen from Giants, and Nukeduck has actually been stepping up. And at the top lane, I really want to see if Steve can avoid being manhandled by World, because his Trundle performance was actually still impressive in the matches that Giants have lost. So the matchup could be close. We obviously don't know too much. Yamato Cannon on the desk was always very, very confident. So if he believes that he's going to win that match, he has to face off against Origin. And he actually was very adamant that they could still beat Origin. Because in the regular season, Roccat have been 2-0 up against Origin so far. So they kind of have the advantage. But after rewatching some of the games, as we did our prep already, it's looking grim, because Origin had some definitely weaknesses being shown in their matches against Roccat, but after looking what they brought to the table against Fnatic, they've patched them up already. The roaming from Mithy and Amazing together has been fantastic. Even Neil stepped out of the shadows even harder than he did already. He performed fantastically. He didn't cave under pressure. Honestly, Origin looked fantastic, and they're pretty much guaranteed to take the entire gauntlet. To do that, however, if they get past whoever wins out of Giants and Roccat, they need to beat the Unicorns of Love. It's the final stage in these Elite Four. Look at it like a gym from Pokemon. If you win that best of 5, you go to Worlds. That is one best of 5 that separates you from being the 3rd European seed into Worlds. And honestly, that's going to bring some pressure to the table. And I think the likes of Origin could deal with it. Whatever teams makes out of Giants and Roccat, I'm really interested to see if they can make it that far, if they crumble under the pressure or not. But I don't want to count out the Unicorns. The last time I counted out the Unicorns in a playoff environment, you know, they faced up against Fnatic and they took it all the way to a very exciting series. This time I'm not going to count it out just yet, but they need to improve. They really need to work on getting Horo comfortable in the game, because lately he's not been looking too great. Their pick and ban has been very, very shabby. I mean, Devour Kale, not playing around the Scuttle Crabs, not playing around Dragons. It didn't really seem to fit. Compare that to your possible opponent Origin going to come out of the gauntlet. It's going to get rough. But yeah, overall, I'm just very excited to see some more matches, and I really want a good team to represent Europe alongside H2K and Fnatic already for Worlds. But that's enough about me waffling about our regional qualifier. Just going to hear in and check in with the players, because we have a new edition of Mic Check.
Game point, guys.
Game point. I love it. I'm going.
Okay. Laiji Dumana. Kill him. Laiji Dumana. Good shit. Lose fine. They run up for Dragons. Marlon's missing. I got TP. Rise missing. Good job. Time that flash. Yeah. Just do it. Trust my mind. I trust. 2 DP. That was 2 DP. Yep. Just try ulti steal maybe. Oh my god. Nice. Good job. Who's coming? Yeah. Big knowledge maybe. Giants up now. I power over Air. Yeah. Power over people. We got this, dude. He is there. Yeah, we're biggest TSM fans. Holy shit, Phoenix. You just won us the game, dude. You just put us in Worlds probably.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings. You have to sing it higher there. You need to take power there, actually.
Nice. Go. I'm coming. You wanna keep going? Careful. We don't want to go into Orianna. Holy shit. Big game, Nice. We can get mid here. Keep going.
We can end the game, no?
Nice.
Good job, my bro.
Get pata. Don't kill. How is that possible? Did you guys...
Keep focus. Turtle, do you usually fit that low?
Yeah. Holy shit, you're low. Get low,
maybe a bit higher.
Maybe a bit higher. Get low.
We got to keep it up.
Yeah.
Draft is great.
Yeah.
Good job, Tony.
Yeah, great job, Tony. Keep it up, man.
No problem, boys.
You see our waves? They can't do anything. So let's walk up middle together right now.
Okay.
Pressure. They carries have no flashes. We can go.
No flash.
Yeah, I might jump to the creep. I got the Q on Pearson. I'm ulti. I'm ulti.
Kill Pearson.
Janna. I lost the go.
Let's go.
All right, they're on Gragas.
Tornado. Yeah, I'm trying to see if crits.
Hey, last boy.
Yeah, I'm feeding.
He's done.
Yeah, we got this. Take it slow.
You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. It's on you, man.
Oh.
Back up. Tornado.
Slowing. All right, I'm cutting back.
Chill.
I'm not.
Not as dead.
I'm stunned. I need to sign
Come back.
I died.
We got this. Come back. Oh. On me. You're good. Peter, place that. Play off. I got you. Get pop. Yasuo. I'm tornado. Yasuo. Good fucking nice time.
It's a best of 5, so...
Stay smart.
Yeah, smart.
Just play yourself. If you think it's good, just do it.
Yeah. Don't hesitate for no reason.
Why are you so serious?
Why so serious?
You're Shakolina?
I think he wants to win. I want to win too.
Yep.
Sana jumped in. TP soft maybe?
No, but I will TP in front of them right now.
Go.
Good job, Mithi.
Oh, are you guys fighting?
He's dead. I can maybe survive.
Come to me. I'm moving. Azir's moving faster. Run.
Nice, Mark. You get yourself off. Run. Good job. Good job.
I have speed. I go behind. Go. Gragas. No. Push. Bring the way. Get better. Bring the way. Nice one, guys. Grab me now. Carry. Don't target. Carry black. I'll build in 7. We can end. Carry black. Carry. Get out. Nice. Holy shit. Yes, boy. Yes.
Well, we're guaranteed some more nice plays as League continues to head to Worlds. And with 2 more teams that are guaranteed to win their spot at Worlds will be the International Wildcard champions. First, the International Wildcard qualifier in Turkey that was scheduled to begin today has been rescheduled due to technical issues. When that series starts up, Japan's Detonation Focus Me, Oceania's Chiefs Esports Club, the GPL's Bangkok Titans, and hometown favorites Dark Passage will battle it out for the first international wildcard seat at Worlds. For more updated information about those matches, check out the schedule at lolesports.com. And the second wildcard qualifier will kick off in Chile this Saturday. That's where the Brazilian winners Pain Gaming, the Latin America champions Chaos Latin Gamers, and the top team from the Commonwealth of Independent States, Hard Random, will do battle at the IWC Desafio International. The round-robin stage begins this weekend, with the finals taking place next Saturday.
All right, my Twitter friends, I'm feeling extra close to you guys today for sending me to victory over Kobe, so let's chat. Last week, we asked you to predict some trivia and tell us which player will get the most kills in the LCS this weekend, and for a shot at the Hall of Fame, exactly how many kills will that person get? And a ton of you sent your responses to us. The correct answer was Hjarnan with 31 kills, which would have been a little bit higher if his pentakill hadn't been stolen away. But the good news is that 6 people correctly guessed Hjarnan, and that list includes me. Finally. So kudos to all of us, and a tip of the hat to all of you wonderful homies out there on Twitter. However, one of you went above and beyond and made it into the Hall of Fame. At Lorando guessed both Hjarnan and 31 kills, which means we can finally oil the rusty hinges in the Hall of Fame's door and admit a new member. I was off by 4. If you want to join Lorando or any of the other prestigious members in the Hall of Fame, then take a shot at this week's question. This time we want you to tell us who will die the most during the LCS Regionals this weekend. And to go for Tier 16, tell us the exact number of deaths that player will have. And because I love you, here's a hint. Cloud9, Gravity, Rocket, and Giants will all have a chance of playing 3 best of 5s, while Liquid and Unicorns of Love will only get to play 1. Just saying. So because of that, my guess is going to be the Rocket top laner Steve with 17. Kobe, what's your guess?
Well, I guess I'll just say C9's balls are going to drop 20 times.
Great. All right. Well, you know what? Let's check out this again in Korea, where the LCK is the last of the premier regions to crown a summer split champion. We've got one step closer to the title match last weekend as second seed KT Rolster took on the KOO Tigers in round 3 of the LCK playoffs. Here we go with game 1. This one going to be wonderful. Smeb in the top lane, Lulu. Yeah, max range knockup.
Not so wonderful for KT in the bottom here. KOO Tigers go pretty deep, and they're not done yet. Gorilla's going to keep up the chase. That Braum passive working wonders.
Yeah, so here comes Nagne back in, and keep watching where turret aggro ends up going, because it's never quite what these guys want. Hojin's got aggro, then Gorilla's got aggro. Gorilla gets just out of range. He's not hit by the turret as Alistar goes in.
Peekaboo just wanted to help out, but goes down anyway. KOO here now have Baron buff, and Someday goes in. He gets everyone but Ashe. Prey on the bottom side, auto-attacking the entire time, and Gorilla blocks everything. He even lives.
Yeah, these guys didn't focus the same targets. Gorilla stopped all the Kog'Maw damage. Everyone else is hitting the other guys in the front line. And a big Rise says thank you very much. 15-1, 27 minutes. Wrecked him.
Yeah, this was a huge victory there for KT. Coming out of the gates really strong. Game 2 would be a different story, though. Really long. We're going to jump all the way 44 minutes into it, because crazy ending.
Yeah, this time around, KT Rolster feeling good. They're already up by a lot of gold, but Nagne still makes it look really awesome.
Stop the ports, Freak! Stop the ports!
Well, they can't quite stop Gorilla. He's trying to get back home. He does. He leaps, he bounds. He's going to be defending Diana as a support Alistar.
Peekaboo grabs everybody else, though, so it's just Gorilla trying to fend off Nagne. And Nagne does a good job of actually kiting around, waiting for his shield to come back up here around the Nexus.
Yeah, face the Mountain Shield not doing enough damage either from this Alistar. Just barely enough health on the Diana. Gorilla losing more health, gets killed off, and holy cow, KT ties it up 1-1.
Holy cow. Did you really?
Yep, I did really do that. It's a beautiful thing, Cody.
All right,
embrace it.
It's tied up going into game 3 here. And this one is Score making moves at the beginning. Plus, the co-star here is going to be Riven coming in from Someday.
Oh, man. I wish I could see more teams play top lane Riven in competitive. Not
done here.
Oh, God. QQ, Flash Q, thank you very much. 3-0. Oh, that champion's so fun to watch.
But Score here on the Gragas gets the body slam flash, great ultimate as well, and then the Azir wall from Nagne gets a lot of uptime.
The fight ends up being a little bit close here just because Prey gets some damage out, but it's really not going to be enough. Yeah. Someday with the Guardian Angel already level 18, just walks away cleanly from this one.
Yep, going to get right back up there. Nagne comes in, and everybody's safe.
So 9-4 in kills, 48 minutes in, late game team fight, and oh man, a double knockdown and a double stun pops the ulti, and everyone's just gonna start dying here.
Yep, KT going to run through with this one. Not much that Ku could do to come back. So that's a different story.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2-1, 13-5 in kills that one here. Again, another fairly long game. So moving on to game 4, match point here for KT, and Ku Tigers bring out the support cannon.
Oh, Gorilla gets a great AoE stun. Smeb also goes off on this Fizz into the back line, pick up a couple more kills for himself, and the Dot is going to do some work as well.
Cottontail, Fizz, hopping through the forest, bopping everybody's heads and saying, Ku Tiger's going to look good. Nagne cannot land the charm that he wanted, though, so Kuro has time to evaporate these guys in the front line. Meanwhile, the Vayne from Prey also has free time to hit whoever she wants.
Yep, pretty chaotic fight here, and Prey is able to thrive, dipping, dodging around, and Ku going to strike back. So we go to the all-important game number 5.
And it's a blind pick, as is normal in Korea. Oddly, only one mirror match, though. 2 Lulu top laners. The Ashe arrow comes in, and Hojin goes down.
Yep, there's a reason they named him Arrow. He is going to take over the Ashe this time around and perform very well. Get a couple of arrows here and some more kills.
3-0 start, and there's just more of it. 5-1, cross the lane. Oh
it's
God,
the combo with the Leona. So much crowd control from the bottom lane here from KT. Yeah, they were relentless.
And Elise, as well as Leona, able to dive turrets to their heart's content. 3-2, they win it all, actually. KT Rolster, man, what a good series from them. And that means they're headed to the finals.
And SKT, final boss. Very, very scary, but they're going to take them on.
It's going to be so much fun. So to preview these finals in Korea, let's send it over to LCK caster Monte Cristo.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We have a very exciting matchup happening in Korea this weekend with the Champions Summer Finals. Now, these two teams, SK Telecom T1 and KT Rolster, heading into the finals, have both been excellent this season. It would be an exciting matchup regardless, but it's even more exciting because of the rivalry between these two organizations. This is unquestionably the biggest esports rivalry in the world. It has lasted across many titles over nearly a decade right now, going all the way back to StarCraft 1. These two teams have filled stadiums in many numerous finals against each other, and we get to see them once again. The last time we saw them in League of Legends in a finals matchup was 2 years ago during the Champions Summer 2013 finals, in which SK Telecom managed to come back from an 0-2 deficit against the KT Bullets in order to win the Summer Championship, secure their spot for Worlds, and they also knocked the KT Bullets out of Worlds contention in doing so. Now, this is very important because this was a team on KT that was probably the second best team in the world at the time, and that finals is still my favorite best of 5 in League of Legends history. And now we get to see another SKT-KT final again. There are only 3 players from that final, but even going back to last year, Champion Spring in the group stages, Kakao on the KT Arrows promised to destroy the SK Telecom organization, and they managed to beat SKTK 2-0 in that group stage. This was right after SK Telecom had come off an undefeated season, winning Champions Winter without dropping a single game. So there's a lot of trash talk, there's a lot of rivalry that goes on between these two teams. Now, coming into this one, there's even more rivalry because Peekaboo, who was on SK Telecom in the spring season, is now the starting support for KT Rolster. Peekaboo's performance has been outstanding. Starting this season, we had 2 round robins. KT Rolster started 5-4 in best of 3s, and then with the addition of Peekaboo in the second round robin, moved to 8-1, only losing to SK Telecom 1-2. Meanwhile, SKT, coming off a 17-1 best of 3 season, dropping their only match to CJ Entus. But as we look into this series, not only is Peekaboo very important as a roaming support player, but we have arguably 2 of the top players in the world at their positions, 1 on each team. The premier matchup here is not 1-1 mid to mid, top to top. It's Someday, the top laner for KT, up against Faker, of course the mid laner for SK Telecom. Both of these players were neck and neck for MVP points this season, with Ssumday barely edging out Faker in the end to grab the regular season MVP award. Both players played 12 different champions, so they have an astonishing depth to their champion pool during the regular season. We're likely to see new picks come through also during this final. Both of these players have insane carry potential, and they are going to be the ones to watch. Whether Ssumday or Faker can get it done with the team, what surprises these two players have in store for us, and what new picks they have to throw the enemy off. Ssumday, we look at him, can play Yasuo, innovated that matchup versus Gnar. Riven, pentakill on Riven this season out of the top lane, but he also does Shen and Maokai very well, his top two picks. Faker, we know him for his Victor play this season, but he's also shown a large amount of depth, including playing bruisers in the mid lane, and we may very well see a mid lane Fiora, considering his solo queue record as of late. So very exciting to look at this. Now, what are the keys to this match? For KT, they're a team that thrives off of the synergy of Score, their jungler, and Peekaboo, their support player. When we saw their last matchup with Peekaboo, Game 1, KT managed to get into SKT's jungle, constantly fight with Score and Peekaboo, and KT is excellent off snowballing off that advantage. On the other side, SK Telecom, they play more for warding, but not as much of a scrappy style. SKT wants to win the laning phase and then move into a victory by pressuring the entire map, all the outer turrets at the same time. They have a very low kill contribution percentage across their team as a result of their emphasis on the laning phase. So if they can get those big lane advantages and push it, that's what an SKT victory looks like. KT, on the other hand, much more about grouping, much more about team fighting and playing early skirmishes and getting advantages off of those early kills. It's going to be an absolutely amazing series, no doubt. Both of these teams are very similar in terms of skill. We have some immense superstars in Faker and Ssumday going into this match, and it's very difficult to predict what exactly we're going to see in terms of the drafts. I can't say it. Watch it. I think KT will edge this one out 3-2 because I think that the versatility of Ssumday in the top lane is very suited to the present meta, whereas Marin has a lot of meta picks, very stable, but not as diverse. Same thing could be said about Nagne in the mid lane. Meta picks, Faker more diverse, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Should be a stunning set regardless. And that's it from Seoul, South Korea. Be sure to tune in this weekend for the Champions Summer Finals.
Now it's time to unveil the second installment of the Primetime League Awards. These are awards that are not tabulated by a committee of suits, like me, and number crunchers, like me. Instead, these trophies are handed out based on your votes. Power to the people, people like me. This means we're relying on you guys to tweet us with your choices to keep us honest. Now, after we announce each of the categories and the nominees, tweet your hashtagged answers to us at LOL Esports, and we will unveil the winners next week on Primetime League. So let's get to the nominees. You've heard the players talk, all split long on mic check, and sometimes, if you're lucky, you even hear them sing.
The nominees for Best Vocal Artist are, from Counter Logic Gaming, Pobelter.
People fall in love in mysterious ways.
From H2K, Bjarnen.
I wanna feel the heat with somebody.
You're a beautiful singer. I actually love hearing you sing, man.
Yeah.
And from the European LCS, the Unicorns of Love.
I'm a Barbie girl. Yeah, in a Barbie world. It's fantastic. Because it's plastic.
Cast your vote for the best vocal artist by tweeting at LOL Esports with the hashtag Pobelter, hashtag Hjarnan, or hashtag UOL. And to be fair, the Coach Sheepy did actually correct them on the lyrics, so even though it's supposed to be Life in Plastic, it's fantastic. That was corrected actually on the actual show. Now next up, it's no doubt that some of the pros have supercharged skills on the Rift, but some of them also have empowered scalps, unlike me. And it provides them some follicular entertainment as well.
The nominees for Best Hair are Team Liquid's Phoenix, QG's TNT, and Counter Logic Gaming's Afro Move.
So tell us who has the best hair by tweeting at LOL Esports along with the hashtag Phoenix, hashtag TNT, or hashtag Afromoo. Now, as skilled as they are, some of our players can be extremely greedy, like me. Sometimes that bloodlust just cannot be curbed when you're deep in competition.
The nominees for Best Pentasteel are, from H2K, Ryu.
Yana's looking for more. Horror's going to go down. I think that was to the red buff. Then we see the reset. Yana's looking for Bardak, and he's going to find him. That's going to be the quadra kill. Is he going to find the Penta? No, Power Reveal's run away. There's a cleanse above the charge. It hits. This might be a Penta.
Oh, real good. It's Sweden. Yana could have gotten the Penta kill.
LGD Gaming's PYL.
And Godby will start destroying people. Imp almost there. Godby's going to get the first kill, and he's still fighting. 1v6 there as the Baron's taking him out as well. And LGD are going to wipe Snake off. There's a quadra for Godby. Goes forward, going to look for the Penta. Oh my God, PYL steals it away. What a scumbag.
Scumbag PYL able to deny the pentakill off of his mid laner.
And formerly of Team Impulse, Xiao Zhao.
Suspended in midair for a second as he gets knocked up, charmed around, and hit up right onto Inox in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Flares is the next target. Trashy just used the ult in the bot lane. Gonna have it up in a few. Does he decide to use it to continue the fight? Triple kill coming in for Rush. And it looks like they're trying to back up. Where's the ult from Trashy? Can he get the pentakill? Going in. Xiao's gonna take the turret for him. They're giving it. Salami. He goes in. And Xiao steals it on the accident.
Send your vote for the best Pentasteel to @LolySports with the hashtag Ryu, hashtag PYL, or hashtag XWX. Now, finally, we can't let the players have all the glory, and because we don't always know when the cameras are rolling, here's some sweet moves from the casters.
The nominees for Best Caster Rehearsal Dance are David Freak Turley,
Making noises, dance music, dance music, dance music, dance music.
Sam Kobe Hartman Kinsler,
Highlight dance.
and Rivington Bislin III.
Hit us up @LolySports with the hashtag Freak, hashtag Kobe, or hashtag Riv to vote for the host you think has the sweetest dance moves. I mean, it's really no competition, but I guess I can't win everything, right? Or can I? Now submit your votes now, and we will total everything up before naming the winners on September 2nd in Primetime League.
Clearly you can't win everything, Freak. PTLFL4. Anyhow, let's check out the OP players from this past week, or as Reckless and Doublelift like to call it, the Penta. Coming in at number 5, it was Team Liquid's Phoenix with the series-ending Baron steal in their third-place match against Team Impulse.
Their teleports are back, baby. They're going for Baron.
No home guards for the guys joining in. It's just Phoenix. They will not have Dominate. They will not have Piglet. There is so little chance of a steal. He's gonna get it! Are you kidding me? Team Liquid steals the Baron.
At number 4, it was I Will Dominate with the Prediction Flash Body Slam.
This is a free gank for Dominate. This should be a kill. He should easily be able to get...
Oh, I Will Dominate with the sick flash of the body slam. Here comes Quas as well. Knocks him in. Completely earned first blood for Team Liquid.
Brilliant reaction here by Dominate. Flash right on top of his face.
Jumping in at number 3, Reckless picks up his second pentakill in the European Summer Playoffs.
There goes Yellowstar, another taunt. Hooney's looking for Miffy. Wild Growth will slow them down. Glitterlance connects as well. And Reckless plus, that's a kill to Reckless rather. That's a double. He's looking for more. That's a triple. He's looking for 4. That's the quadra. He will get it. The reset forward. Looking for a pentakill. We're in Sweden. The Swedish AD carry gets a pentakill.
Reckless is on fire today.
At number 2, Doublelift picks up a pentakill of his own in the North American Finals. He gets an ultimate, not against the wall. TSM actually blows a few summoners to get into the right position to be in the right spot. That kill going to them, but Dyrus has also fallen. That's going to be Pobelter going down.
Oh, he knocked him in!
Way too close now for CLG. Triple kill for Turtle, looking for the quadra. Not going to get it that time. It's a triple for Doublelift. He's looking for Bjergsen. That's a Doublelift pentakill! And in our number 1 play this week, Nagne takes matters into his own hands as he backdoors the Nexus.
Oh, Smeb goes back. He finds Nagne. There's a Zonius, but it doesn't matter. Nagne cannot. Oh, Zonius from Smeb. Who's going to win it? Nagne comes back in. He gets the kill. And now the base vulnerable for Coup Tigers. Can Nagne end it? Right now, they tried to recall. Recall from Gorilla was successful. Can he stop Nagne? I don't know. Pulverizes his headbutts away. There's the backdoor. What a game from KT.
Game.
So crazy. Remember, if you see a play that needs to be in the Penta, let us know. Send a tweet with the hashtag #ThePenta to @LOLesports, and we'll put it up for consideration. And that brings us to the end of this edition of Primetime League. Thank you very much for joining us and for your continued support all split long. And remember to vote for the Primetime League Awards. So now we can close the doors on yet another.
Hold on. Look, not so fast. Not so fast. Look, this weekend was full of epic matches, but there was no fight more legendary than the battle between bot lane Malphite and Sion. It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object in our last hit. Good luck for Impulse matching the rotations of Team Liquid. Boss is happy just to ignore Impact and go for the minion lines. Looks like the most epic battle on the Rift today is still happening, and Impact starting to win this battle. Wow, what a fight between the two of them. Frozen Heart.
Eventually, one of them might run out of mana. That's the way this is going. Farm it up.
They chug flasks back and forth. Just hitting spells on cooldown. If it's Frozen Heart, they've got a lot of mana to burn and a lot of spells to cast. Health bars are going down. Impact at 1300 HP. Quas at 2K.
Takes the coward's way out. Oh boy.
It's good. I'm gonna ult you.